Hi friends, I hope everything is going good. In my previous lecture, I have already discussed about Ohm's law, and from there Ohm's law we have came to know about a new physical quantity, which is nothing but the resistance. Now today we will find out the factors on which this resistance depends. Even within this chapter or within this topic, we will also learn about resistivity and its equations. Let's proceed with the first topic, factors on which resistance depends. So let's proceed. For a single object, it may be a conductor or it may be a resistor, whatever it is. So for these things or for that particular substance, the resistance can vary from material to material. Like for a 1 meter length of copper, suppose the resistance is 4 ohm. It can be 6 ohm or 8 ohm, or it can be much more for different element like iron or like magnesium, etc, etc. Means if we take different element of the same length, then resistance can differ. Now reason behind this, why it is changing, that thing we will learn here. So factors on which resistance depends. Number 1, length. Of the conductor, or it may be a resistor also. The first thing, length of the conductor means this resistance R is directly proportional to L. Means if we increase the length, then resistance of the conductor also will increase. Means if we consider the length of this 1 meter of iron is suppose R. If we increase the same iron rod, means same width or same area cross section iron rod by another 1 meter, then resistance will be 2 means for this it is R. Now if it is another 1 meter, then this total resistance will be 2 means resistance will increase as the length also will increase. Number 2, area cross section. Now this thing is just reverse of the first case. Means if we increase the area cross section, then resistance will decrease. That means resistance is inversely proportional to the area cross section. That means if we consider resistance of this wire is suppose R of 1 meter, having area cross section is suppose A. If we consider the same length, but this area is 2A, suppose, then the same length means 1 meter, then that time this radius will be R by 2, as it is changing to 2A. Resistance, so the resistance of this wire will change to R by 2, means it will change as this area cross section is changing. So one can write R is inversely proportional to area cross section. Now reason behind this, why it is actually changing, why this resistance is changing with respect to this length, and why this resistance also changing, means also decreasing with respect to area cross section. For this case, let me say a small thing. What is resistance? Resistance means when this electrons is moving, at that time it resists or it collide with another particles, another electrons, and that give us the resistance within the conductor. Now, if we consider this much length, means 1 meter of length, suppose an electron when it is traveling from this point to this point, suppose number of collision occur 10. Now, if it is changing to 2 meter, so of course from 10 to 20 means the number of collision will be much more. So the resistance also will increase much more. So like this way we can say, as this resistance, as this length is changing, resistance is also changing. Means as this length is increasing, so resistance also will increase. Second thing, for this area of cross section, if we consider a narrow path, for this narrow path, whatever collision will face by the electron, if the space is big, means the pathway is quite free, means it can pass smoothly, means that means the number of collision will decrease, or in other words we can say the resistance of that particular conductor will decrease, and that's why this resistance for this area of cross section, when it is increasing, resistance is decreasing. Okay. Number 3, these two things is for the same material, and number 3, this factor on which the resistance depends. The number 3 is, we can say, nature of the material, or we can say nature of the substance. What is this? Yeah, it's a very simple things. One can say that in introductory part, what I told you, that when we consider a copper wire, how much amount of resistance it will face, it can change for iron, it can change for magnesium, it can change for any other substance. Means the resistance for the same length can vary for different substance. Means if we consider this copper, suppose means lead, it is 1 meter, and for copper it is suppose 4 ohm. For magnesium it can be, for magnesium of the same area, same length, it can be 6 ohm. For iron it can be 2 ohm, like this. Means for the same length and same area of cross section, from material to material, this resistance can vary. Okay. Now look at this. From these two things, we will get another new quantity. Suppose this first thing, R proportional to L, is equation number 1, and R proportional to 1 by A, equation number 2. So from 1 and 2, one can write R proportional to L by A for a single substance. Remember that. Therefore, this R proportional to L by A means R equal to something constant. That constant is rho L by A. Now, what is this rho? This is a special type of constant. Remember that. And this physical quantity or this special type of constant is known as resistivity or specific resistance of a substance. Okay. Now this R equal to rho L by A, within that, and R is nothing but resistance, rho is resistivity or specific resistance, L is length, and A is area of cross section. Now the new quantity resistivity, let's discuss about something about this resistivity. What is this resistivity? Resistivity. So we came to know from this equation R equal to rho L by A, or one can write rho equal to R A by L for a specific substance. Now if L equal to 1 and A equal to 1, rho equal to R. What does this mean? If we consider a unit length and unit area of cross section, this area is 1 and this length is also 1, then the resistance of that particular wear will be nothing but resistivity. So resistivity of a substance is defined as the resistance per unit length per unit area cross section. Again I am saying resistivity of a material of a wear is defined as the resistance per unit length per unit area of cross section at a particular temperature. This thing, the last word at a particular temperature is very vital. Means you have to add these things at a particular temperature. Why I am saying this at a particular temperature? Okay, let me come to these things after some times. Wait a minute. Just rho equal to RA by L. Here, this rho equal to RA by L. What will be the unit of this resistivity? Let's check. Look at this. R means ohm, we know. A means meter square and L means meter. So it will cancel out. So unit ohm meter. So unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Okay. Now the next thing, dimension. Okay, I will not do this dimension here because in my last video there were lots of problems regarding this dimension. So I'm just escaping these things, this dimension. Okay.